Cody recently told me about this anime called One Punch Man.
I think I've heard of this.
It's fucking great, dude. Like, it's a parody, like, of itself and, like, other animes, and, like, they parody other things, too, like fucking Godzilla and Dragon Ball Z, which I guess is just another anime, but yeah. And the whole bit about this show is that this guy is a superhero, not because he, like, wants to protect people, not because, like, he does it for the money or the fame, he just does it for fun. And he's so powerful that no matter how tough his opponent is, and they really fucking milk it, no matter how tough they are, he finishes everyone off in just one punch. Like, this one guy comes up, like, very first episode.
Dude, fuck off! That fucking hurts.
Very first episode.
No!
This dude comes up, and I guess he's like the embodiment of, like, Mother Nature. Like, Mother Nature has sent him to rid human nature because they've fucked around too much. Like we talked about, like
Noah's
society.
Ark, Noah's Ark, but in one punch.
Yeah, well, and he's like,
the Great Flood. I mean,
yeah, he fucking like grows to this big old size, and he's like, "Who are you? Like, who do you think you are?" One Punch Man's just like, "I'm a hero for fun," and he's like, "For fun? Like, I'm doing this out of vengeance. Like, you humans took this Earth for granted." Blah blah. He has this big old dramatic speech, which is obviously a parody of itself, and like he's give this backstory, and then like fucking One Punch Man just goes. One, like, just simple-ass punch, he fucking blows up. Like, he's, like, 20... No, he's, like... I can't even describe this guy's size. Like, he's just huge. Like, Godzilla size.
Okay.
And One Punch Man is the size of a regular man. And blows up. And he just goes, one punch? God damn it! Like... And, like, as the show goes on, like, he just keeps running into these big monsters, and they hype it up, and, like, he just finishes them all off in one punch. Well, anyway,
Shut up!
I've seen a few episodes, and I come back to work, and Cody's in the office, and, like, he's talking with some valet people, and I'm, like, you know, excitedly trying to, like, get some information out of him or something, but, you know, polite as I am, I don't want to interrupt him or anything, but... I'm being like a total child. I'm like just knocking things over. Like he's got like a cup of Dr. Pepper and I like punch it off the shelf. Like I find like just a bin full of like pins and I punch him off the desk. And I'm just like, at one point he's just like, hold up to the person he's talking to. He looks at me, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm One Punch Man. I'm one punching all this stuff. And he's like, can you stop one punch manning all my shit? It's like, that's a sitcom moment to me. But yeah.
So you're at this waterfall. You just sucked the life out of this. Was it a poster or a tree?
It's like a sign that says like, "Oh, no camping right next to the waterfall. Here's some like basic regulations about this area."
So
blah,
you would do that. Okay, so the sign's facing you. Mm-hmm. Did you was it a heart or just the fucking initials?
Well, the thing is, like, I didn't intend. It wasn't like me plus Sam fucking 2016 whatever.
Forever.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just like I went up to it and I saw all these like, you know, people, all these etchings and all these like Sharpie tags and all this. And I was like, oh, I need to get on this. Put my history in there. So I, you know, put my tag. And then she came up and was like, oh, you know, I want, and like she put her name there too. So it wasn't like a thing that we really did together.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, it was.
So it was Sharpie?
No, we etched it in.
Oh, okay.
And that's I guess I could say one of the reasons why I felt it too, like to see how deep it was, like how shallow the etching had become.
See, that's some metaphorical shit too. Because if it was just Sharpie, I don't know, like, I made this thing once, something about writing a suicide note in Sharpie, because it's a permanent marker.
Right.
But I was picturing this fucking sign. Like, no camping, this and this and this, this and this and this. Alex plus Sam.
Yeah, I mean, there's fucking Sharpie and etching marks all over it.
Alright, so,
yeah.
You fucking sucked the life out of this fucking pole.
Yeah, and that... Very much so, yes.
I'll edit that out later.
I sucked that thing dry, and I walked over to Jared.
You stole the life from everybody else too. Apparently, it wasn't just your shit. You stole all the life that everybody else had put in it.
Yeah, I
too.
just fucking Shang Tsung soul steal out of this fucking wooden post that says no camping.
Oh, bitch! I fucking hate your dog now. She used to be cool.
Yeah, she's a spaz.
No, she has fucking piranha teeth. This shit sucks.
Yeah, I
And
know.
she bites you like she wants to fucking rip your hand off.
It does suck. Like, I would love to rock 'em, sock 'em, bop her fucking all the time like we used to, but yeah, she has fucking sharp-ass teeth more than ever. Like, it's hard. She's too good of an opponent. I can't, like, punish her for it, because it's like, that's how we fight. Like, I can't punish you for being the better fighter.
It's like you're fucking, like, it's like you're fucking, like if me and Avery went boxing, and, like, after a while she got better than me, she was fucking knocking my ass out. I couldn't be like, you're grounded for winning.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't, like, punch her and be like, no! Like, no, because it's like, you're doing exactly what I trained you to do. Good
But
job.
you're not going to do it for me. You're going to do it to everybody else.
Yeah. Well, so I walk over to Jared, who's just admiring this waterfall for everything that it is. And I walk up and I start doing the same thing. I see, like, the frost and all that. Like, it's still super blue. And like, the people around it just add to the landscape, too. It's not like, oh, man, like, I wish these people were out of the way so we could enjoy this nature. It's like, no, they're part of this. Like, you know, these were people just like us, other human beings that came out on their Saturday, like, really late in the year, where we thought we would just be alone because, like, oh, it's late, it's cold, like, no one's going to be, like, hiking fucking to this cold-ass waterfall in the middle of the mountains and the trees, but, yeah, like I said, it just added to it. And,
Dude, some of those guys are fucking hardcore. They'll probably be there when it's snowing.
oh, yeah, definitely. I guess I just never actually ran into those people, so I'm like, oh, yeah, this is what people do.
And I have to say, too, that, like, you can see Bob Ross make fucking paintings of, like, happy little trees and rivers and mountains and shit. But me picturing this right now, like a fucking split waterfall with a tree in the middle with icicles hanging down and people all around it, I would like to see something like that. Because, like, yeah, you can, okay, I mean, I couldn't paint it, but that's some real shit right there. Like, oh, yeah, you can paint nature and it could be real. It could be, like, a thing you made up. Or it could be, like, an actual thing. Or you're sitting in the woods painting it. But some shit like that, like, I just feel like that would be more authentic to me. I would like to see, and you don't see little shit like that.
Definitely. Oh, dude, definitely.
Hey, bitch, it's my shoe!
Jared, you know, I don't have a phone with me, but Jared obviously does, and, like, that, not once did he ever pull it out, though, and then he even, like, you know, said it out loud. He was like, yeah, you know, I thought about taking, like, some pictures or videos, like, just to show my sister or something, but fuck that, like, I'll just bring her on the trail. And I'm like, yeah, exactly, like, people just need to experience this for themselves. Like, I know you've brought this up before, it's like, people take pictures too much, blah, 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 like, trying to, like, hold on to these memories, but it's like, why can't you just remember them? You know, like, and that's one of the reasons why I gave up my phone, and, like, as much as I miss my camera and I want to take pictures of things, like, I have to convince myself, like, no, this is for me. Like, this is for my memory banks. I don't need some fucking still photo of it. It looks way better in my head anyway. And, like, he brought it up, and I was like, oh, yeah, fucking exactly, dude. This is why we get each other.
I think it was you saying there's a YouTube video where somebody took a video or a picture and they kept re-uploading it and it fucked it up. Okay, I'm totally okay with that. But think of this. I think of something from childhood. Like, say I'm a millennial and I think of something from childhood. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh yeah, that boat was red or some shit. Mm-hmm. And then years down the line, I like find a picture and I go, oh, like, but I'm living in the time where I can Snapchat or I can fucking Facebook everything. I look back and go, oh, the boat was green the whole time or some shit. It's like, okay, cool, whatever, but wait, actually, that's fucking up my point. You're going to know what color it is the entire fucking time, in my opinion. Or, like, you're never going to even think about the boat again because you have a picture of it somewhere. You're storing it for later and you're never going to look at it. But, like, if that memory, if that moment is important enough to you, if that story is important enough to you, you'll think about it with a passion like you'll look back on it like longingly,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll tell people that story with the same passion that you fucking have it for. That's why, I mean, I have a shit ton of stories, and I like telling people my stories. Sometimes I fucking talk too much, but the only way I can do that, I believe, is because I'm not on my phone. Like I don't fucking Snapchat or video record everything, because then the story just tells itself.
Exactly.
But what the fuck good is the use of having a good story if you can just show somebody a video? Like, you can animate it yourself and tell it from your perspective, whatever. I feel like that's more authentic instead of just going, oh, you want to eat? Oh, yeah, dude, some crazy shit happened, bro.
Yeah, no, very well put. Fucking exactly. And that's what I'm trying to get myself into. Like, I'm already, like, thinking like that. It's just a matter of, like, fully getting myself there. And so, you know, he's not taking any pictures or videos, blah, blah, blah. He's just like, fuck it, I'll take my sister, which is kind of funny because she was supposed to visit earlier this summer and they were going to go on that trail. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've been on that trail, dude. Like, it's really cool. You're going to really enjoy it. And then, like, for whatever reason, she didn't come down that weekend, so they didn't go on it. But she has visited since, which is a story in of itself because Brennan was also there. So that's a whole thing. But, yeah, like, she can just fucking go on the trail. But, we start to walk over, around this, like, kind of bend, like, towards, like, into the waterfall. Because, like, here's, like, a bunch of, like, nature and, like, mountain and a hill in a way. And here's a waterfall. And we're trying to, like, we're going to walk around this hill to, like, get into the little, like, I don't know what to even call it, the little lobby area of the waterfall. And,
Oh, so you can walk under it?
Sort of.
Okay.
But like it's really nothing much over there. It's just like this little, I don't know, spot where like water's there. You're right next to the waterfall. There's still totally mountain around you. They encourage you not to climb up towards the top of the waterfall, although I've totally done it before. And we're starting to go over there, but like he sees like a couple making out and is like, oh, don't want to ruin their mood, like fucking us two white boys on our shrooms and stuff.
Yeah, especially because you're more considerate on shrooms.
Yeah, well, he is.
You're
There was one moment in the story where I was very fucking considerate, but for the most part, you know, like I'm like feeling the fucking nature, being a total weirdo, like as you would imagine, like people who don't get high or like drunk or whatever, or like even that they do but they're sober at the time, you see somebody like that and you're like, oh my god, like that guy's obviously on something, like come on little Billy, like don't go near that guy. Like I was being that guy.
You were homeless but in the woods.
Yeah, and Jared like piped up a few times like, you can't be doing that, you're scaring these people. And I'm like, fuck these people, like this is my life, this is my good time, I'm not harming them. Like, I'm trying to be one with nature right now. Fuck what they think.
Good point.
But, you know.
Yeah, that would suck. Like, you go out there to fucking have a good, nice trip. You want to be well with nature, but, like, you gotta fucking let society scare you. Like, no, what the fuck's the point of taking shrooms if you're not gonna fucking let it engulf you completely? Like, it's not like you're getting fucking naked and jumping in the waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going up to their kids and, like, being all weird. It's just like,
hey, guys, take mushrooms. It's great.
I'm seriously just like, I'm feeling the bark going like, wow, like I've just never really appreciated, I guess, just the beauty that is this sense of touch. Like, seriously, I mean, the first time we ever did shrooms, I appreciated it for the mental clairvoyance.
Yes.
While I was out in nature, I appreciated it not just for the mental clairvoyance, but I appreciated it for the sensory overload. Like at the apartment, it was like, oh my god, these colors are vibrant, like I see art and everything. But like out in nature, I was just feeling everything. Like I could hear the birds chirping while I'm hearing Jared talking. Like, so it's like I have the focus to focus on all these audio all at once. Like sound is more vibrant, colors are more vibrant to look at. My like sense of touch is amplified, and dude, it seriously felt. And this is where it kind of gets weird. I was glad that Jared was out of the way. Like, we instead of going around the hill that way, like, we went up here, and we were, like, all... I get ahead of myself. We started going up this hill, and there was this other couple following us, like, oh, yeah, let's see what's up here. And, like, we're climbing up, and fucking nature man over here. Like we had like bags of like snacks, and I also like Mike's Hard and shit.
Hold on, quick question. Don't comment on this. I just got to say that staying in an apartment too, like you're eventually going to get used to all the colors because you're not moving.
Right.
But yeah, out in the woods, everything's changing constantly. Go ahead.
Like he has a backpack, but like I use just this plastic bag, and like, you know, I like rock climbing and stuff. I like nature. I like when I'm actually out in nature. I like, even sober, I like being one with nature as if I belong there, because that's what I believe.
I wish I went out more, actually.
So I fucking like twist it up to make sure it's like stays shut, and then I put it in my mouth like bears do, and like I'm climbing up, and I'm purposely taking the hard route all the way up, but like the guy from the other couple makes this comment like, I'm glad I'm not the only guy doing this in vans. And I'm like, yes, like, thank you. And then that just starts this tangent in my head, like, yeah, we can both be walking advertisements for vans. Like, but we get to the top of this hill.
Brand whores.
Yeah. Fucking, the couple goes off some way. I don't even know what happens to them. Me and Jared kind of go over to, like, the river. You know, the river before it turns into a waterfall. And we're just, like, chilling there. We're just sitting there along the bank of the river. And we're just enjoying the silence and the...
Oh, dude, I miss silence so much.
Right.
I miss it.
I mean, it's not silent at all. Like, there's running rapids, but
it's nature silence.
Exactly. And it's just beautiful. Like, we're just enjoying it. Like, fucking he lays down, puts his hood over his eyes, whatever. Like, you know, I don't think he's actually napping. He's obviously not. Like, who would nap on shrooms?
You can't. It's fucking impossible.
But he's just appreciating, you know, it however he's appreciating it. I kind of walk over and, like, find this, like, seat on this branch. And, like, there's this other branch poking out over the fucking river. And it's, like, perfect, like, I can, like, sit on this branch and put my foot up on this branch. And that's a weird little thing, just to point this out. That's how I love to sit. I love sitting and having at least one foot on something. Like,
yeah.
And it's so weird to me, and that's where I'm kind of going with this, is, like, while on shrooms, I was just thinking, like, nature has everything that I want and need without even trying, and without me even having to put any effort in it, and, like, or, like, nature provides everything that I want and need even when I don't know that I need it or want it. And so I'm, like, I kind of, like, look behind me, and, like, there's, like, this sort of, like, branches or whatever, and just by pure instinct, I'm like, I could lay back on this, and sure enough, I do, and it's a perfect fucking bed in this, like, nest of, like, branches, and these aren't, like, branches, like, thin-ass, like, like, they're, like, almost, like, you know, thick-ass, like, tree log things, like, people would use for firewood.
Okay.
That I'm resting on, and, like, it's just so perfect, and I'm thinking, you know, it's sort of a bummer, like, I get myself in sort of a bummer mood, but I summarize the entire moment as a beautiful kind of pain, which is so poetic to me, like, even now sober. It's a beautiful kind of pain. Like, I feel so alone, but at the same time, like, I'm accepting that I have to be. Like, you know, I'm going over in my head, like, yeah, you know, I do all these things for all these people, you know, and I don't feel like these people do things for me, but maybe that's my role in the universe. And, you know, I've had these thoughts before, but now that I'm on shrooms, I'm, like, really thinking about it, and I'm really making peace with it. Like, that's my role in, you know, the universe. Like, I'm the person who, like, yeah, I'm alone, but I need to be the better person. Like, almost when I came back from BronyCon, like, yeah, no one's going to relate to me. They're going to think my motives are all fucking, oh, BronyCon, blah, 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 but I have to make peace with it, and I have to be that person. And it was kind of upsetting, and, like, you know, tears were rolling down my face, like, wow, I have this guy right next to me who, like, you know, is arguably my best friend, but not by choice, but just by a pure fluke that, like, we both needed a place to live, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but crazy fate.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't believe in destiny or fate, but it's hard not to when things like this happen. And I'm thinking, like, there's this guy sitting right next to me who I, you know, once thought, like, we know so much about each other, blah, 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 but at the same time, he and I are, like, completely alone. We're sitting right next to each other, pretty much, but we're both completely alone.
I didn't think that when we did it, but at first it was a little upsetting.
Yeah.
But then I realized how awesome it was that you and I were a lot alike, but at the same time we were individual people. Because I think, yeah, man, he's a mini me. And now, fucking taking shrooms with you, I'm like, I'm glad he isn't. Like, I'm so fucking glad that, like, we don't connect because we're the same person. We connect because we're these two individuals that have the same kind of ideas and shit, but we can also... It was almost, like, disrespectful. It was kind of fucked up because I used to think, oh, yeah, Alex is just a mini version of me. Like, why the fuck would... If you want that, have a kid. Fuck them up your way. But yeah, with you, like, you have your own thoughts and shit, and we can disagree on shit, but that's what makes our relationship better, because you can come to me with stupid shit you think, and I yell at you. And then I can do the same with you, and you go, that's fucking dumb, which, you being you don't do that very often. You just let me be the stupid person I am.
I just enable it.
Yeah, you're the better person of this equation. But also, I wanted to say this, is that it's weird, but it's... See... It makes me understand more and more why shrooms help PTSD.